Namaskar, good morning, Ram Ram. Welcome to your own channel EC Astro, and today we are here with the video for the month of August. How 12 ascendants will perform in the month of August, what they will get, what they have to take care, remedies, precautions, everything. Akashji is all set for August 2023 with his research. Let's welcome Akashji from Calgary, Canada. Akashji, Namaskar, Ram Ram, Om Namah Shivaya.
Thank you so much, Rohitji, for inviting. And today, here we are going to talk about monthly horoscope for August for all 12 ascendants. Here, the good part is that in August, Lord Sun will be entering Leo, the sign of Leo. That is his own sign. So it is going to be a very pleasant August for everyone. But the only problem is that two planets, that is Venus is retrograde and it will enter Cancer on 7th of August. Sun will enter Leo on 17th of August. Mars enters Virgo on 18th of August. And Mercury starts moving retrograde in Leo on 24th August. So Saturn retrograde, Venus retrograde, Mercury retrograde. So many retrogrades. Rahu Ketu always retrograde. So it is a time to be a little bit cautious, as well as the retrograde also can bring much awaited um, some good news for much awaited people, like those who are going through dasha and antardasha of sun or Mars and Venus, Mercury for them. Okay, Rohiji. So now moving on, there are also these nakshatra transits which I have just put in case we will make another video only for nakshatra transit August 2023, because it cannot be covered in one video. It will be too confusing. But these are the nakshatras that are going to be where Mercury, Sun, Venus, Mars are going to be transiting this month. Okay, Rohitji. And on top of this, in Ashwini Nakshatra Padavan, in Satvisha Nakshatra Padavan will come Saturn also, but it is not changing the nakshatra. That is why Saturn is not included here. Okay, Rohitji. Now moving on to Aries ascendant people. So Aries ascendant number one is retrograde Venus enters Cancer on 7th of August. So that means from the fifth house of creativity, it is going to the fourth house of domestic peace and happiness. And here we have to understand that Venus is an extreme maraka. That means it is not a planet of lot of not a very good planet. It is a maraka planet. Even in this ascendant Aries, if it goes and gets exalted also in the 12th house, then also it is not considered to be very pleasant. Now the thing is that so Venus will enter Cancer and the fourth house. So we have to remember that we have to take care of relationships and we have to take care of money. There can be some problems, some dispute, some issues related to money, as well as issues related to relationships. So do not give money to anyone, do not borrow money from anyone, because this is the time when that can cause problems in relationships. Now, later on, Rohitji, in this month, Sun will enter Leo on 17th of August. So, very good, because for Aries ascendant people, Leo is the fifth house of higher education, children, and creativity. So, all the people who were current and love and romance life also. So, all the people who were thinking of getting, committed to someone, starting their new job, starting their new career, starting their new ventures, businesses, in fact going for higher education, this is the right time for you to plan it out, because the planets are favorable in the month of August. Later on, Mars will enter into Virgo, Rohitji. That is on 18th of August. One day after Sun transit, Mars will also transit into the sixth house. Now here, Mars is the ascendant lord as well as the lord of the eighth house. So here it makes a Viprit Rajyog for all the people of Aries ascendant. So that means in the beginning of from 18th till 29th, it is not going to be very favorable. But after that, if you are going through any court cases, if you're going through heavy debts, if you're going through enemies, it will be destroyed completely, and somehow you will be victorious during this period. If what you say, if there is a court date, if there is a date of some kind of solving a dispute, Mars also will help you to solve that dispute, because it is making a Viprit Rajyog. From there, Rohiji, Mercury on 24th of August starts retrograde motion. and it start retrograde motion in the sign of Leo. It will be in this month, it will be already in the sign of Leo, but it will be moving towards retrogression towards the sign of enemy sign, that is Cancer. So whenever Mercury gets retrograde, it is the time for you to take decisions wisely. So from 17th of 24th of August, whenever Sun is in a good position, it is a good period to take um, you know, take solid decisions related to your fifth house, that is your children, that is education, that is startups. So this is the time you have to make sure that you take the decisions after 24th of August, depending on your dasha and antardasha. If you are or will be willing to take any kind of decisions, you need to make sure that you consult someone, or your local astrologer or anyone who can guide you, that is it the right time, what is the period going on, and how should you move forward for your for this period. But overall, Aries, for Aries ascendant people, the main thing is the owner of the fifth house, who's the owner of also the Lakshmi Mata Sthan, will be in the fifth house. So all the money which is trapped for you may come out. But remember, Venus is here, so do not borrow money, like take as a loan. Do not borrow or give, because it can create trouble. Another thing is very important. According to Lal Kitab, whenever Mars is in the sixth house, Rohitji, it is advised not to give any kind of bail. Like someone is in the jail, we go and give bail. Someone gets caught, we go and give bail. That should be avoided, because Mars here can create trouble. And somehow later, when Mars enters the 12th house, you like after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 transits, it will enter the 12th house. That is exactly where it is aspecting. You can also get into legal trouble. So during this period, avoid any such kind of activities. Ji Rohit, this is what is about Aries ascendant people. And thank you so much for everyone for subscribing and sharing the video. It means a lot. And those who want consultation, Rohit will tell you about it.
Thank you, Akashji, because you have explained very well about Aries and Aries people. You want to consult Akashji, you can just, we have now the three things at least we can say. You can consult through www.acastro.ca, that is a website, you will get all details there, or the WhatsApp number, the mail ID are always on the screen, so you can put your details here and you can contact Akashji, team will contact you and you will have a video consultation. And those who subscribe the channel, thank you very much. And those who are new to the channel, please subscribe for the such researchful and meaningful videos of astrology. Thank you very much. Now moving forward to the Taurus ascendant. Let's see, the month of August for the Taurus is bringing promises or challenges.
So Rohitji, it is the Lagna Lord which is right now retrograde. So Venus is retrograde in Cancer. It will enter Cancer. It is retrograde in retrograde motion, but it will enter the sign of Cancer from Leo on 7th of August, and that is the third house. And see, if we see the third house, which Moon, which Venus has given himself to Moon. So because Moon is not a very favorite of Venus, so that's why Venus is given the uh, third house of extreme hard work. And when Venus comes here, the Lagna Lord comes in the third house. It is the time for you to put extra efforts into achieving things. More and more extra efforts. That is, if you are working in a combination with your siblings, or if you're with your younger siblings, if you're working with someone who stays in your neighborhood, that is someone who's your neighbor, and if you're working on some project, you have to be careful and you have to put extra efforts to achieve the goals, because this is what happens when the ascendant lord comes in the third house. Moving on, Rohitji, Sun will enter Leo on 17th of August. Now, it is a good sign for all the Taurus ascendant people, because Sun is the owner of the fourth house, that is owner of your luxury house, as well as owner of your what you say, owner of your house that is related to real estate, land, vehicles, everything. So those who are planning to buy a house, those who are your extreme efforts, which Venus will make you do, will convert into rewards that Sun will give you, and that is any rewards related to buying a vehicle, home, some land, any kind of benefits from your mother during this period is seen in the horoscope for you. Now, another thing which happens is Mars will enter into Virgo sign on 18th of August. So, Virgo sign, if you can see, it is the fifth house, and Mars is not a very say Rohitji, favorable planet here. It is Maraka as well as the owner of the 12th house. That means it is owns the 7th and the 12th house. So we have to be 100% careful about our children, relationships with our children, relationship with, and those who are in no- in young youth stage. They have to be very careful about their studies because there can be some trouble. Or this is also the season of Rohitji, new admissions because it is August, right? So many people take new admissions in colleges and in schools. So you have to be careful that during this period there can be some kind of um, like things will not be in for your education and for your love, romance, education, and creativity point of view. Things will not be up to the mark. There can be, you have to face, you might face some little bit losses here. So you have to be careful in terms of maintaining your relationship. In fact, also your education, your relationship with your children, and your creativity or startups. If you are trying to build something, start new things, you should wait for this period because let the Mars exit from here into the sixth house and aspect the 12th house. Till then, just relax. Do not get into lot of major decision making. Now Mercury will enter. Mercury will start moving retrograde, Rohitji. So Mercury is moving retrograde. Venus is retrograde. Saturn is retrograde. So there are many retrograde planets now for everyone in the world. So we have to be careful. Whenever the planet is retrograde, it withdraws the energy from that house and goes to the reverse house. So now again, if you see Mercury, so it will withdraw the energy from Leo. That means it will start moving away from Sun, Leo, and then it will go into the sign of Cancer, or maybe the energy will be withdrawn towards that, which is an enemy sign for Mercury. The only benefit part here is that Mercury, here rules. Mercury rules the fifth house as well as Mercury rules the second house. That means both the houses of money. So you have to be extra careful in terms of putting your efforts in the right way to make money. Do not overspend on luxury or overspend on something which it is just in your mind and you just want to start, like let's do a startup, let's invest money, let's make a company. No, you have to be careful. Take expert advice because right now we need to also see that if your dasha and antardasha and your period, major period, minor period, or your pratyanta dasha, that means the other minor period, that because there are many planets in layers, they work for us every minute. So we have to see that what kind of placements and what kind of dasha, antardasha are you going through. Sade Sati, not nothing. Because this is the house where Venus is, where Mercury is getting retrograde. It is the same house where Saturn is also putting his aspect. So we have to be very careful here. But overall, it is the time for the sun is going to be shining. So that means fourth house, there is going to be a lot of inner peace. So extra hard work will also give you a lot of satisfaction. So those who have subscribed to the channel, please thank you so much. And those who have not subscribed, please subscribe and share. We want to grow our family and we want to invite you in our family as a family member. So we just want you to subscribe. And once you subscribe, please write below so that we can welcome you personally. Ji Rohit ji, Taurus Ascendant.
Yes, for the all family members, we always say that please subscribe to the channel. Please be a part of family member, and we are now the bigger family. And those who are new to the channel, first time on the channel, please subscribe and be a family member of ACS2. You can also join us live in the weekends, where you have a one-on-one with Akashji. But those who want a personal consultation, detailed consultation with Akashji, you can just drop your details on the mail ID or the WhatsApp number given on the screen when the predictions are going on. And secondly, www.acs2.ca is the website where you get all details about the consultation. So very easy. Three things which you can follow for consultation. Thank you very much. Now the time for the Gemini people. Let's see how this August month is for the Gemini people.
Yes, Luigi, for Gemini ascendant people, again, your second and your third house, second, third, and fourth. So basically, your three houses are back to back into action. So number one happens that retrograde Venus enters Cancer on 7th of August. Now, Venus was retrograde in the third house. That means it was demanding a lot of extreme hard work, but now it demands a lot of caution because it is entering into Cancer on 7th of August, and it is the second house. And the second house, a Maraka house, has been given to Moon. Okay, Mercury has given Moon one house as Maraka, and the second house of Maraka, the seventh house, is given to Jupiter here. Okay, now we have to understand that whenever a planet like Venus, which is a benefic planet in the sign of Gemini, Guruji, it comes into the second house, it can cause some trouble in terms of money and spending on luxurious things for no reason. That is what it means. So you have to be careful on spending and also be sure about making goals, longer time goals for your investments. Secondly, Sun will enter into Leo on 17th of August, Rohitji. Sun is a benefic planet, and here it has been given the house of extreme hard work. Now, whenever Sun comes in the third house, it makes you a little bit of egoistic. Your communication becomes a little bit harsh. But on the other hand, if you put a little bit of effort, you will be achieving things. So that is also a positive side of it. And Sun and Mercury together here from 17th till 24th, it's also a good sign of Buddh Aditya Yoga because somehow third house is also the house of communication. And whenever the ascendant lord comes and sits in the house of communication, your communication becomes very effective. But as soon as Mercury will become retrograde, you have to be careful. Mars will Rohiji enter Virgo on 18th of August. That is the fourth house. So it is not a very friendly planet, but here Mars has been given the house of your some kind of diseases and the house of again the 11th house of gains as well as diseases. If we count sixth from the sixth Rohiji, it is the 11th house. So sixth house is the house of diseases. 11th house is the house of what you say um, small diseases. Okay, and Rohit, so here, see, we have to be careful that whenever Mars will sit in the fourth house, and fourth house is your chest and your lungs area. So here you can have some trouble related to breathing, related to heart issues, cholesterol. Many people will find out they have cholesterol. Many people will find out that there is some problem. There is heaviness on heart, and there is indigestion and problem and high blood pressure, acidity. This is the kind of thing which you can experience during the month of August for Gemini ascendant people. But overall, Sun being in the third house is the house of ferociousness. Third house is the house of courage. So you will be courageous during this time to take better care of yourself. So do not worry because planets and everything and God and all the solar system, everything moves according in a balance. So that if some one thing is getting trouble, other thing is ready to help you. So no problem. Then later, Mercury will start moving retrograde in Leo on 24th of August. And this is a time that you have to be very careful 24th of August onwards to make sure that your communication remains very calm and relaxed because this is the place of communication where it is getting retrograde into the place of your speech. So basically, what you will say and suddenly you will regret it later because Venus is also there, who is not sitting in a favorable house of Moon. Also, Rohiji, second thing depends on your dasha and antardasha. So everyone who's going through don't know what kind of dasha, antardasha. So it makes a lot of difference that way also. Transits play like 40% part in your life, but your dasha and antardasha play reach 60%. That is very important because transit will come, it will activate something and go away. But your dasha and antardasha has specially activated your houses, so you have to make sure that you take advice of any learned people, anyone. Not us only, but if you have any local astrologer, anything, you have any doubts in your mind, you should ask them because somehow if you want to take anything, any decisions related to buying a property during this time, buying land during this time. Yes, Mars is the Karaka of land, but it is also the Karaka of loss as well as little bit of health issues. Stress, basically in clear word, stress. So don't get stressed during this period. Make the best use of it. Put extra efforts because as soon as Sun will enter your third house, your efforts will increase and you will achieve whatever you desire. So all the best to you. And if you have not subscribed, do subscribe so that we also achieve our goal that yes, we are family members are increasing. Yeah, Rohitji, Gemini.
Yes, Dasha and Antardasha plays a bigger role because lots of people sometimes I see ask, oh, this is not working for me because you have a different placement, different Dasha Antardasha. So it's wise to, consult astrologer and ask him about these things. And If you want a consultation from Akashji, detailed consultation about career, about marriage, about anything, you can just drop details on the mail ID or the WhatsApp number on the screen when we do the predictions. And the easiest way is www.acastro.ca. This is the website where you get all details regarding everything, consultations, all packages, everything you will get. And thank you for subscribing. Thank you for being a part of AC Astro and giving such a love and blessings. And those who are new, please give your blessings. Be a family member of AC Astro. Thank you very much. Now the time for the Cancer ascendant people, because Cancer is the important sign this month. Planet like Venus is going to retrograde here, and Sun will be also here till 16th August. So very important ascendant this time.
Yes, Rohitji. So for Cancer ascendant people, yes, their Lagna is the first house, second house, and third house. These three houses are getting a lot of transits during this period, and a lot of nakshatra transits also in all three houses. So it is crazy what is happening for them. So retrograde Venus enters Cancer on 7th of August. So that means from Leo sign, Venus is coming back to the sign of to the ascendant, and here Venus rules both the good houses. So it is kind of a yoga karka planet for Cancer ascendant people. Rohit, it is so funny for Venus. Cancer is not a good place. It is the third house where they have to do extreme hard work. Here for Venus is a planet who gives them a lot of gains as well as domestic peace and happiness. So Venus is a good planet, and when it comes to the ascendant, it 100% depends on the placement of Moon for you. If Moon by chance is sitting in your fourth or your 11th house, this is the time that you will gain extremely well. But if Moon is by chance sitting in the seventh house or the second house, then this is the time that you have to face struggles because the Lagnesh is sitting in the Maraka houses. Now here, Rohiji, when Venus comes in the first house for them in retrograde motion, it is the time to go back and start working on your own self. It is the time to start shaping yourself into a confident person personality, because this is how the planet is placed here. Moving on, Sun will enter in Leo on 17th of August, Rohitji. So Sun enters the second house, and that is the house of wealth. So Sun will make sure that your wealth is balanced during this period, that you receive a balanced amount of wealth so that your trouble or your problem related to wealth ends. Some people who might buy when some fixed assets like gold or silver, gold, or some kind of metal during this period is possible. And if not, if your sun is actually placed here and there is a return of sun, the yearly return of sun here, you should go out and buy some gold, because that gold will attract more wealth, because it is bought in the period when your second house lord was in the second house. So it is a good period during this period. And then the planet, another, we can call him yoga karka only, another yoga karka planet is Mars. It is the planet of the 10th house as well as the 5th house. So that means you will have to do extreme hard work in your profession as well as if you're doing education. So those who are doing education, extreme hard work for them. Those who are in profession, extreme hard work for them. But the rewards convert into sun, and that is the rewards of money. So anyone who's expecting some kind of growth, some kind of what you say promotion, and this is the right time, the month of August 18th, after 18th of August, you can expect or demand any kind of promotion or any growth in your organization, or you can expand your business also during this period. On other hand, Rohitji, the lord of the 12th house and the lord of the what you say third house is getting retrograde. So that means the lord of the communication and lord of the uh, losses or maybe spiritual awakening is getting retrograde in the second house of speech. So it means that there can be some communication problem through your speech and you can face losses. So make sure that Mercury retrograde period plays with your brain a lot. It is not a bad period. It is not a period of getting a lot of being very scared, but it is a period of caution in terms of choosing your words correctly. If you do not choose your word correctly during this period, you can get into trouble. But also completely depends on your dasha and antardasha. What dasha are you going through? What antardasha are you going through? What is the sub period? and there are a lot of nakshatra transits also happening. So we have to also see, is there is any nakshatra parivartan yoga in your chart? Is there anything related to, what you say, cancellation of some yogas, or maybe you're going through period of sun, Mars, Mercury, or Venus? It is very important. If you are going through Saturn, then it does not matter. These planets will affect you very less whenever they come in Pyatantra or Sukshma Dasha. But if you are going through major period of Saturn, Jupiter, then you have to be careful about those houses where they are right now. Like Jupiter, as current is in your career house, and it is sitting with Rahu. Rahu is parting its ways and now moving to the ninth house for you. So Cancer people will also experience a lot of bhagya udaya, that is a lot of destiny rising. And those who in Cancer have Rahu in the ninth house already, they will, like my wife, they will have a very big transformation in their life. Very big transformation, because it is a 12-year, 18-year cycle which Rahu is completing. It is the last, it is the last Pisces sign. It will start from here again. So it is a period of transformation. So we will talk about it in another video. But those who are new to the channel, please subscribe. Please become a part of the family member. Please, when you subscribe, please write below so that we can thank you personally. And God bless you, and may there be lot of success and lot of good wishes to you and your families. We will.
Lots of blessings from you people also, getting us strong day by day. We are motivating to make more meaningful and researchful videos, and uh, believe it that next few months are very important due to this Rahu and Ketu and Jupiter. So many transits and retrogradations are going to happen. And thank you very much for subscribing. Keep subscribing. Keep being a family member of ACS Pro. Those who are new, you also please subscribe the channel. And those who want a consultation from Akashji, he should or she should be anywhere in the world. They can just get a video consultation like me and Akashji is sitting together right now. You can get that consultation. It's a detailed chart reading, and you can get that all details from our website www.acs2.ca, or you can drop the your birth details on the mail ID or the WhatsApp number given in the video. So that will also help you. Team will contact you. Thank you. Now the time for the Leo ascendant people, because ascendant Lord is coming in the mid of August itself in the ascendant. So let's see.
Yes, Suji. Number one, first we have to understand that the retrograde Venus, that means the owner of the 10th house as well as the owner of the third house, is retrograde and is coming to the 12th house. So some people might experience a long distance journey, okay, because of Venus getting into this position. And that journey might be related to your work, expansion of your work, and there will be extreme hard work during this period, because it is Venus owns the third house as well as the 10th house for Leo ascendant people. So Venus going in the 12th house makes a long distance journey, and it will be very difficult and hard, and there will be a lot of struggle during this period. So no problem, but somehow there will be a spiritual awakening as well, because whenever planet like Venus, planet like Jupiter, planets like Mercury, they come in the 12th house for Leo ascendant people, such people get a lot of positive transformation in terms of spirituality. Moving on, Sun, that is your Lagna Lord, will enter into the Lagna on 17th of August. So that means 17th of August onwards, your confidence will be at peak. You will be at a position of you will be at a complete position within yourself. Like you will say, now this is what I needed. This is the time from when I start aggressively working or promoting myself and doing so many things. So whenever Sun is in the ascendant of Leo ascendant, and it is also going to be going into Magha Nakshatra, Rohitji, here. That means your throne is ready. You have to do extreme hard work now to get to the throne and sit on the throne and rule. This is what Sun means whenever it is coming in the own sign for Leo ascendant people. Very, very beautiful. Moving forward, Mars enters Virgo. So now here, Mars is the lord of the ninth house and the fourth house. That is Yoga Karaka. And when it moves into the house of Virgo, that is the second house, here it means that it can give you good benefits in terms of your destiny and your some kind of real estate. Both the things. If you want to make a fixed asset, this is the right time or right period for you to make a fixed asset. your communication can be a little bit hurtful to other people, because it is sitting in the house of speech for you, and it is the house of Mercury. And I'm saying this because after 24th of August, Mercury also becomes retrograde. So Mercury, the dispositor of the second house, who's the owner of gains as well as the owner of second house speech, becomes retrograde in the Lagna. So that means you can become overconfident and do some stupidity which can cause trouble to you. So be on ground, be humble, be relaxed. Your Lagna Lord is coming to your ascendant. Welcome him with a lot of love, for a lot of grace, and you know follow what Sun is. Here, Sun can make you a little bit egoistic as well, because Sun is the planet who holds a little bit of ego, and that is because of the nature, the hot nature of Sun. So here you have to control your ego. You are no one. Understand this. We are just small, tiny particles on this earth, and we can be destroyed any minute. So we are no one. We are just here to do our karmas and make sure our karmas are better, so that we get good results even in our bad times. So Rohitji, this is for Leo ascendant people, and hopefully this month will bring a lot of good news for them. Hope for the best, Rohitji.
Lots of good news, lots of travels on the card for the Leo ascendant people. We wish them best of luck. And thank you to all our family members because they are doing tremendous job. They are not only subscribing, they are commenting us, they are giving us feedback, they are giving us blessings. Thank you. And those who are very much new to this channel, first time on this video or the channel, please subscribe and be a family member of ACS2. You can join us live on the weekends. That is also very interesting for those also who want to learn astrology. And all the videos are the research based, all the videos. Maybe we are late 3 days, 4 days, but we don't make video without any research. And those who want a consultation from Akashji, personal consultation, video consultation, they can just follow our website www.acs2.ca, or they can also drop the details on the mail ID or the WhatsApp number given in the video. You can scroll the video and you can see the details. Thank you. Now the time for the Virgo people. Let's see, because Mercury I think also going to be retrograde this month.
Yes, Rohitji. So the
What?
Lagna Lord is going to be retrograde, and it is in a way good for them, but yes, it is going to be retrograde. So number one starts with Venus from 7th of August. Venus will get retrograde. Venus is already retrograde. Venus will enter Cancer into retrogression, so it will enter the 11th house for them, which is a very good sign, because somehow they are going to be achieving good money during this period. Venus rules the ninth house for them, Rohitji, and the second house. It is the house of destiny as well as the house of money for them. So both the places, it is a win-win situation for Virgo ascendant people. Now, for Sun entering the Leo on 17th of August, here it is the time for spiritual awakening, or time for some kind of problem related to health. Because Rohitji, 12th house is the house of loss. And when a planet like Sun, who has been given this house, okay, he owns only one house. And if he has been given the house of transformation, death, and house of, moksha, house of spiritual awakening, house of hidden secrets, hidden enemies, then it is a little bit alarming during this period, Rohitji, because Sun, whenever it takes a position here in the 12th house, it will the energy of Sun is very potent, because Sun is supposed to be very clearly visible from the earth, and on Sun and Moon, that is where the king and the queen, basically they are called the king and the queen, they are very much potent. They are very much potent because they are very visible from from a distance on earth. So here Sun is going to be very prominently active during this period in the 12th house. So you decide. It is the time for you, Virgo ascendant people, to decide. Either you want to go and make loss towards the root of spirituality. Either you want to go and make loss towards any kind of gains which you received because of Venus coming into the 11th house and Mercury later getting retrograde, because here Venus is supposedly going to give you gains, and that can turn into losses, and you will say this came and this went without any reason. So make sure that you have to waste your this is the time you have to waste your time. So rather than wasting the time in buying luxury or spending money, waste the time and invest that time into spirituality and into meditation, into transforming yourself. Then it will be a very better way of you to you know uh, it will be a better way for you to focus on your gains only rather than your losses. So make gains your strength, make losses your sorry, make gains your weakness. Make gains your weakness, that no, this gain is coming, forget it, just keep it, save it. And make your what you say, losses your strength, and make sure that you make the best use of this time by meditating, by doing spiritual activities, by donating, by charity. That is going to be favorable for you. Later on, Mars will get into the first house for you. So Mars here, if you see the rules, the eighth house of sudden ups and downs, and also the third house of extreme hard work. Again, it shows that if gains are coming, it will not come you by just sitting. It is because of your extreme hard work. So you yourself will be determined, motivated during this period to make sure that you get good gains. After that, Mercury starts moving retrograde into Leo on 24th of August. And see Mercury. Mercury is the ascendant lord. It is in the 12th house. Okay. So it will not try to destroy you somehow. But it is moving towards the sign of Cancer now. So that means again Mercury will try to give you gains. So it is Virgo ascendant people, it is a very lucky time for you because you are supposed to be making gains. You will be self motivated. You will be very, happy during this period. You will be very aggressive during this period. You will be very headstrong during this period. But make sure that you also devote a little bit time towards spirituality and charity. That is more important because Sun is in the 12th house. But overall, Virgo ascendant, all the best to you, your family, and everyone. It also depends on your dasha and antardasha. If you want to take major decisions related to some investment, starting a new job, your career, very important because your ascendant lord is going to get retrograde and it is also the lord of the 10th house. So make sure before taking any big decisions, and if you're going to Sade Sati or if you're going to Dhaiya and so many different combinations, you have to make sure that you consult someone who's little bit knowledgeable in your area. If you can go to the nearest temple, there will be priest or pandits there who can guide you. So make sure you take some guidance. And if you want to make a major decision, if life is going on and on, no problem at all. So but overall, good. All the best to you, your family, and do subscribe. Thank you, Luigi. Over to you.
Yes, guidance is important. So I always, in live also and in videos also, I always say if you are on the verge of making any important decision, whether it's your kid is going abroad for study or taking admission in some new college, you are starting some new business, marriage, anything, just consult a learned astrologer to make the doubt clear. Because after something has happened, you go to astrologers, there are no ways. Remedies sometimes don't work. So I always suggest, and if you want to take consultation from Akashi, if you want to take benefit of his knowledge, it's very easy. Just go to the www.acastro.ca. You will get all details there. Other than that, the mail ID and the WhatsApp number is always in the video. You can just put the details and you will have a personal consultation, video consultation with Akash. And thanks for subscribing and keep subscribing. The people who are new, please subscribe the channel.
So Libra ascendant people, Rohit. Libra. Here,
What?
retrograde Venus happens into retrograde Venus enters Cancer on 7th of August. Now, this is your Lagna Lord. That means your ascendant Lord, and it is become retrograde. And where it is going retrograde from the 11th house to the 10th house, that means it is giving you time and leverage to actually repair something that is wrong with your career. So that whenever it starts moving direct again, you can achieve higher, you can achieve bigger goals. So retrograde Venus, whenever is it coming into your 10th house of career, it means that there is something you need to repair, something you need to work on with extreme caution, so that your um, professional growth turns into some gains as well. But later, Sun will enter into Leo on 17th of August. That is your 11th house of gains. So see, that means here Venus is putting that much energy in your 10th house that you will start gaining, because 11th house is the house of gains, and Venus has given Sun here the 11th house for gains. So that means this period is the time when Mercury and Sun will be very much together here. So there can be a lot of gains, but because Mercury owns the 9th house as well as the 12th house, there can be travel, there can be long distance travel, there can be travel for business reasons, for business purposes, for work purposes. So all the Libra ascendant people, make sure that this travel is, since it has to be fruitful, you have to be very careful that you take the right decision for the travel. If it is not required, then just act, just do some spiritual activity and make sure losses does not happen, because Rohiji, Mars has entered the 11th house or 12th house. When Mars in the 12th house, it rules the 7th house and the second house. It is an extreme maraka for Venus ascendant people. So that means Mars is it's a malefic planet, and now it is in the 12th house. That means this travel can be waste of money, and this travel can be avoided only by doing the remedy of Mars, that is by donating some kind of red items like red fruits, red sweets, jaggery, red color, any red color items, red flowers to Lord Hanuman. So these kind of things. But it is the time, Rohitji, that you have to be very careful, because the Maraka, extreme Maraka, has come and sit in your 12th house. Those who are taking or trying to make any big decisions in your life, please hold on and make sure you consult anyone who's learned to see your dasha and antardasha as well. If there is any problem in your dasha and antardasha, then you do not have to make. If there is Mars dasha and antardasha, then forget it. Nothing. You will face little bit of some kind of sorrow or loss during this period. But you are not going Mars dasha and antardasha. A learned person, an astrologer in your local area, wherever you find, can guide you that what you need to do, because a small guidance will make sure that bigger problems do not occur. After that, Rohitji, Mercury will start moving retrograde. So now Mercury is the owner of the 12th house and the owner of the ninth house. I told you that Mercury is moving retrograde in Leo in the 11th house. So there can be losses now. These gains, the higher goals can turn into, you know, it will not be real. It will turn into superficial thing. It will think, oh, this cannot be achieved at all. But you do not have to leave your hopes anyhow. You have to make sure that during this period your determination, your hopes are actually big, because Mercury will very soon get direct also. Venus is also very soon getting direct. That is the period you will be achieving your goals. So this period is a pregnancy period for you. You have to make sure that you take care and nurture the child which is inside. And when Mercury and Venus start getting direct, that is the time that your pregnancy, that means that is the time of childbirth. I'm giving a metaphorical example that this is the time of childbirth. That means you will start reaping results during the time when they are direct. So hopefully, make sure that don't take any decision in haste. Don't take any travel decision just for fun, like, oh, let's go for fun. No, you will be getting through a loss, or there can be some health problem to you. You have to be careful. Overall, the best thing that is happening to you is sun. It will give you gains, so that gains, just do not go carried away with it. Make sure you invest your gains in a right place, right in right energy. And also subscribe to the channel if you are new, and write subscribe below so that we can welcome you personally. And those who want to contact, the all the details are here. If you go on acastro.ca, you will even find the pricing for it. So uh, make the most of it. Thank you.
Invest your energies in the right direction, and when you are investing your time in watching videos of AC Astro, that is the right investment, because knowledge is a power and you get here all research. And thank you very much for your love and blessings. Keep blessing us, keep loving us. Those who are new, please join the channel. And those who want a personal consultation from Akashji, they can just visit our website www.acs2.ca. There you get all details, all packages, what kind of consultation you want, you will get there. And mail ID and WhatsApp number always on the screen in the video. You can also contact there and team will contact you. Now the time for the Scorpio people. Let's see the month of August for the Scorpio people.
Yes, Luigi, for Scorpio ascendant people, so the ascendant lord is going to be going into the house of gains, so a good time. But let's start with retrograde Venus. So first, retrograde Venus enters Cancer on 7th of August, and here it means it enters the house of destiny for you. It is house of destiny, and if we see the role of Venus in this chart, it is Maraka. It is the 7th house lord as well as the 12th house lord. So it is considered Maraka as well as the houses of losses. But it is going into a very favorable position, that is the ninth house. Here there can be spiritual awakening for them. There can be some destiny wise, their problem which was going on can be solved during this period. Something, they have put a lot of efforts in something, like for example finding a job. They were putting efforts and efforts and efforts, but now their destiny will work with them and they will get the job. And that is because of the second transit, that is because of sun enters the 10th house. So whenever sun enters the 10th house, those people who are not working, those people who are waiting for promotion, those people who are working for status, a bigger role, responsibility, this is a time when sun and mercury will be together and you can achieve good things. Also gains. Rohitji, here it means that, see, Mercury is the owner of the gains house and the eighth house, sudden ups and downs and gains. So here it also means that when Sun and Mercury are together, you are tend to get some gains in your professional life, in your business life. This is the time when you will get gains. Moving forward, Rohitji, Mars will enter into Virgo on the 18th of August. And see, Virgo, now Mars rules the sixth house and Mars rules the ascendant. So it is the ascendant Lord moving into the 11th house. So that means all your higher goals, which you were trying or thinking of achieving, can be now achieved with your extreme hard work. Mars is the planet of hard work. Mars is the planet of courage. Mars is the planet who is blood red. He wants you to go be way and beyond. That is, Mars is the protector of the universe. Remember this. That is why all the people who have prominent Mars, like for example, if Mars was in the 10th house, for you should have chosen career related to police, army, because Mars sitting in the house of Sun, it gives position to them. So here Mars coming in the 11th house means that with your extreme hard work, your goals will be achieved, and that goal will be mostly related to your career. Because see, career, the house of career is extremely bright during this period. Your career is going to shine. It is for sure your career is going to shine. So comment below and let us know if there is some major thing in your career. Later on, if we see and go about the 11th house lord and the 8th house lord, that is Mercury, it is getting retrograde in Leo. That means you have now got promotion. You are now getting, you have now got recognition. Now it is the time for you to maintain it rather than get carried away with it. Okay, because Mercury is the planet that people will say, oh, we gave him so much recognition, we gave him this and that, now he's acting like not interested. So make sure that you put your efforts in the right place. Somehow there is also a chance that you might have to travel abroad for your what you say, for your business purposes, and that will be pleasant for you. Because see, Venus is the 12th house lord in the ninth house. Ninth house is long distance journey, and some people will also visit some ashrams during this period, like the place of gurus residing, the place of residing of God. So Scorpio ascendant people, a good favorable period for you, but some caution which I told, take care of it, and do not get overwhelmed with the success you get during this period, because getting overwhelmed is not important. Maintaining that success is important. So maintain it, and also maintain contact with us by subscribing our channel, and become a part of a family member, so that during the live sessions, during so many other occasions, we can talk and we can share each other's problems, and make this world a better place. That is what is my wish. Luigi, up over and above to you.
Yes, the starting of 2023 was like, with the Saturn and Jupiter bang, and now the end of the 2023 is Ketu and Rahu changing their house and sign. So very important videos coming forward. Not only one video, so many meaningful videos based on nakshatra, Rahu return, and everything. So many videos you will not only enjoy it, you can learn astrology by watching these videos because they are research based videos. Thanks for subscribing, and those who are new, please be a family member. And those who want a consultation from Akashji, details on the screen, mail ID or the WhatsApp number. But the easiest way is www.acsto.ca. Just log in and you will get all details, all packages there. You can study and you can choose. Now the time for the Sagittarius people. Let's see how they will perform in the month of August 2023. The Sagittarius people.
Retrograde Venus enters Cancer on 7th of August, Rohitji, and it is the house of, if you see, it is the 8th house for them. And what Lord Jupiter has done, it has given the 8th house to Moon. So it is not a very favorable house. It is the house of sudden ups and downs. And when Venus enters, who is the owner of the 6th house and the 11th house, it makes a Viprit Rajyog here. So whenever Venus will enter, so that means in the beginning, Venus will not give you very favorable results, but as soon as it becomes direct, it will give you very good results. So Be careful about accidents. Be careful about your legs. Be careful about your stomach area. Be careful about your any kind of STDs. Be careful about any kind of things related to your genitals, because Venus rules everything, and whenever Venus comes in this house, it is going to give you little bit trouble related to those areas. Moving on, the better part is that your destiny is going to rise. So Sagittarius people are one of those whose destiny will rise, because the lord of your destiny has come and sat in the ninth house, and it is very powerful here. And sun, is the soul as well. So your destiny is rising. Maybe some advice of your father or your fatherly figures will turn out to be very positive for you during this period. Those who are thinking of getting into higher education, this is the correct period. If you are thinking to travel abroad to start your education, this is the perfect period. That means 17th of August till 16th of September. This is the period you should take the decision that, okay, yes, guys, I want to move abroad. I want to apply for this. I want to do this. I want to do that, because it is favorable for you. Because Mercury and Sun are in very close conjunct, and it is 100% favorable. Your seventh house lord and your 10th house lord. Basically, that means you will make partnership with some new people, as well as you will, if you're in your career, you will be growing. Your destiny will work for you. Your good luck will work for you. After that, Luigi, Mars will enter into Leo on 17th of August. Now, here, Mars owns two houses, the fifth house as well as the 12th house. So, if the Mars is in the 10th house here, so either you might travel abroad for a conference, for some kind of event, or you can move abroad to pursue higher education or education. Okay. Now 10th house, and that education will not be your beginning of education. That education will be something which will enhance your career. That is why in the 10th house the Mars has come. It is the role of Mars here is to give you courage in your workplace. So your destiny is working very nice. Your ninth house is very powerful now. Now your 10th house has Mars. It is an enemy sign for Mars, that Mercury and Mars do not go hand in hand very together. They do not love each other. But still, this is the time Mars will give you extreme courage in your career, in the area of your career, in the area of a karma. So do good karma, good will come back to you. Later on, Mercury, who's the owner of your seventh and your 10th house, it is Maraka, as well as the owner of your career and your designation and status, becomes retrograde. So make sure you follow ethical practices. If you are not following any ethical practices, if you are taking shortcuts, if you are thinking that if luck is working, let's do this also, it will come. That is the trouble. What it can give you defamation, it can give you trouble. So ninth house is a very cruel house as well, because if you do any kind of bad activities when sun is here, it will immediately give you bad results. And the second reason for that is Saturn sitting in the third house aspecting this house. So Saturn, wherever it aspects, and if you do any kind of mischief in that houses, it is going to give you trouble. So make sure, do not take any shortcuts. Hard work is only the key to be successful. There is no other way. Sometimes our time is not right, and for that is only astrologies exist, to understand your time, to understand when you want to put the right effort, what is the right time to put the effort, and what is the right period to reap benefits, so that you can plan your life accordingly. So always do, if you're doing big decisions, make sure you consult astrologer, anyone in your local area. If you can want to sit face to face and consult them, and make sure you get the right advice rather than bogus advice. If anyone astrologer is saying do puja, do this, do that, 51 pandit will sit and do this, that means they are trying to con you. Your karma can only be done by, your karma can only be made into the, come into the right path only by you, not by 51 pandits sitting and chanting for you. Other thing is that if your karma, or if you even want to chant, you, it has to be done by the native, by our own self, rather than someone else, because the energy we will put out in the universe, not someone else. So make sure that follow the right guidance, do not get conned. If difficult period is there, remember that next period is going to be very happy period. And if happy period is there, make sure that you are ready for the difficult period. So both ways you have to be ready. Zero HG.
Right. The in last 6 months, 7 months, lot of the people pan world had consult Akashji and have a happy consultation with them, because the consultation is based on, as Akashji said, I don't go into these things that I will give you 51 pandits and they will chant for you and go to this, do this havan. He will only tell you the remedies which are required for you, and the maybe I always see his remedies are at no cost. They are very nice and good remedies which you can do at home only. So for consultation booking with Akashji, you can visit www.achc.ca, the website where you get all details regarding different packages of the consultation, whatever you require, whatever your requirement, you will get there. Otherwise, mail ID and WhatsApp number on the screen. You can also send details here, and team will contact you and provide you with all details. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for being a part of ACS Pro. And those who are new, please subscribe and be a part of ACS Pro. And also join us live on the weekends. Now, the time for the Capricorn people. What they will get in the month of August. Let's see. Capricorn.
Zero. So for Capricorn ascendant people, retrograde Venus enters Cancer on 7th of August, which is your seventh house of your relationships and partnerships. Now, Venus here owns the the 10th house as well as the fifth house. So it is again kind of a yoga karka for Capricorn people, because it is the planet which is very dear to Saturn, and now it is getting retrograde. It is already retrograde, but it will move into the sign of Cancer from Leo in retrograde position. So it clearly means that in during this time, it is a time of lot of adjustment in your partnerships, lot of repair. If you have to be very careful and repair with your partners, with anyone who's your partner, business partner, life partner, and it is also the period of you to think about starting new partnerships, starting new what you say starting new associations, more than partnership, associations. It is partnership is not always a business association. Like if you lack or have some less knowledge somewhere, you should approach someone who has more knowledge and start working with him. Those who are in stock market, those who are in markets which is very sudden, like sudden up and down, for them it is very important to get a mentor during this period. Later on, Sun will enter into Leo on 17th of August, Rohitji. Now, Sun enters into the own house, but here, because it is the house of, it is the owner of this ascendant is Saturn, it has given Sun the 8th house of sudden ups and downs and sorrow, shared resources, and lot of emotional ups and downs as well. So here, it is the time if you are in a position to get some inheritance, it is the time that from government, if there is some problem which is not getting solved, it will be solved during this period. Overall, with the Sun, Mercury is also sitting here, who is making Viprit Rajyog, because it is the owner of the sixth house in the eighth house. So it is going to be both way benefit from some kind of authority. If there is some problem related to some court cases, because sixth house is the house of court cases and the sixth house lord is in the eighth house, so with little bit of effort that will be solved for you. If there is a lot of debt problem, with little bit of effort you will be able to find a way to clear your debts. So overall, during this period, just because sun is in the eighth house, so accidents, you have to be a little bit careful from accidents, that you have to drive your vehicle very carefully, because Sun is a cruel planet, and in the eighth house in the Dushtana, Sun does not give very favorable results. So be little careful. During this period from 17th of August till 17th of September, make sure you put water to Sun every morning, because that is somehow going to pacify the effect of Sun. For all the ascendants, Sun is doing very good, but because it is eighth house for you, it is little bit of trouble. So sorry. Planets will do their, and more than that depends on the dasha and antardasha. If you're going through dasha and antardasha of sun or patyantar or sukshma dasha of sun, then there is some challenge. But if it is not coming in this month, then you will be saved. But still you have to be careful, because sun is in the eighth house for you. It can create some trouble in terms of health as well as in terms of your accidents. Later, Mars will enter into Virgo, that is your ninth house. Now, here Mars rules your fourth house and your 11th house. So, your planet, which is like second Yoga Karka, we can say Mars after Venus, is the lord of the Kendra as well as the Trikona. So, here, Rohitji, It is the time for you to gain in real estate, gain in some your goals which you were thinking. Like Rohiji, you are Capricorn ascendant, and you are telling me that Akash, we have to touch 30,000 subscribers this month. So maybe that will have in August. You should aim for bigger goals. That it should be 40,000 now. So that will happen in August.
Definitely, you rightly said.
Yeah. And Mercury will start moving retrograde in Leo on 24th of August. Now Mercury rules your sixth house as well as your what you say ninth house, the Bhagyastan. So the owner of the Bhagyastan starts moving retrograde in the eighth house is not a very good sign. But it another good sign is that it is making a Viprit Rajyog, and it is in that zone only of Rajyog. So it is not going to be troubling you a lot. Somehow you might gain from it only. You might get saved. Mercury will act as a protection for you. Like if Sun is going to give you some accident, Mercury will make sure that it stands in front as shield. So there will be little bit of loss, but you will not get hurt at all. So very good, Rohit, for Capricorn ascendant people, and I hope that everyone subscribes and keep following the channel for more such updates.
Definitely, and the target for 30,000 is not in the August. We will achieve this in July only, and we are already 27,000 around family members. They if just share this video on the different platforms, WhatsApp groups. I'm sure before the month ends, we will achieve a 30,000. Akashji, this is not just your target. This is of all family members' target, and I will request all to please let me together in this goal. In the month of August, we will go for 40, not 30. 13 July.
Ji,
And
Rohit ji.
thank you all family members because your motivation and your power let me speak these things and let us motivate to make videos because I sometime I told Akashji, let's make video today. He said no, my presentation is not ready. He always focus on the research and the presentation. You see, he make that presentation personally himself. Every you see chart, all that pointers, very interestingly. You see, go through all other channels. I will not criticize, but you will find different something. Thank you, Akashji, and thank you all family members for believing in us. And those who want a consultation with Akashji, they can just drop details on the mail ID or the WhatsApp number given below. And now the easiest way is website www.acstro.ca. Just log in and you have lots of information there. Okay, now the time for Aquarius.
Yes, Rohit ji. So for Aquarius ascendant people, again, the Venus, which is a very important planet for you, it is the owner of it is the Yoga Karka. It is the owner of the fourth house as well as the ninth house. Is in retrograde motion already, and it will enter into the sign of Cancer, that is the sixth house for you. So it is not a favorable placement for Venus. So make sure that any decision related to long distance travel or any decision related to parental property or any decision related to your buying of property or vehicle, or if your mother is getting operated or such kind of things, you should avoid it during the period of 7th August till 4th of September. Okay, make sure you do not do anything during this period till the time Venus is not direct. Then later, Sun will enter into Leo. So this is the beginning of new partnerships. This is the beginning of your date finalization for marriage. This is the time for you to sign your contracts, new contracts. So Sun is going to be doing good job here in the seventh house because it is a Maraka. Yes, many people will also face some kind of trouble related to health, but overall, who are not going through Sun major period and minor period, or the antar what is a pratyantar or sukshma dasha, they will see a lot of good sunrises during this period. They will see a lot of growth in terms of their partnerships and finances and business partnerships. There is also a possibility that the things which you were working on from a long period of time were not getting you were not able to make it through. This is the time you will make it through because seventh house is also the house of designation. So here, whenever seventh house planet comes into the seventh house or transiting from there, it is a time which will give you some kind of position in life. Later, Rohiji, Mars will enter into Virgo on 18th of August, and Virgo is the eighth house for them. So now here, Mars sitting in the eighth house and the owner of the third house as well as the 10th house, make sure that there will be some ups and downs in your career. due to your communication. So keep your communication very effective, very short and sweet. Practice maun, that means practice silence during this period, because your communication can bring sudden ups and downs in your career as well as your. So your efforts, what you have put, will become zero, and the career people will say, the people in career or business will say that what have you done? You have not done anything, and that will be very disheartening, and you will suddenly lose a lot of confidence. So make sure you do not lose confidence, and during this period it is time to be silent. Okay. Mercury starts moving retrograde in Leo on 24th of August, so that means in the 7th house Mercury is now getting retrograde towards the 6th house and moving to meet his friend Venus. They will automatically come into close conjunction when they are both direct. Venus and Mercury will be passing with each other. There will be a time when they will be at the same degree, same minutes, but okay, no problem. So now because now, Mercury is the owner of your fifth house, that is your creativity, and your eighth house. So, here, if you are doing some kind of partnerships and getting into some kind of contracts, your research is very important. Your education in uh, that kind of field is more important. You have to be little bit learned. You have to do your homework before entering into partnerships, because when Mercury gets retrograde here, there is a possibility of you getting cheated and face sudden losses. That means, it says that your luck becomes bad luck. That can also happen. So it is important for you to make sure that the fifth house, that is the house of education, and the eighth house is house of research, both are brought together. Education and research in the partnership area is important, so that you can achieve good results even when Mercury is retrograde. Overall, good, Rohitji. Very nice. Sun is going to make new connections, new partnerships, new beginnings, new marriages, new love affairs. So all the best. But make sure you do your homework for the girl also who you're falling in love with. That is important.
Yes, homework is very important, whatever you do. And we do our homework very well. Homework before we come to you, we do the research and then we make the video. Thank you very much for subscribing. Those who are first time on this video on this channel, they can subscribe and be a family member of ACS too. You can join us live on the weekends, live consultation, that is. But for the video consultation, personal consultation, those who want to consult Akashji personally, those who have a lots of questions, they can just drop details on the mail ID or the WhatsApp number in the video, or they can visit our website www.acastro.ca. You will get all details, all different packages of consultation there with pricing. Thank you. Now the Pisces people always wait a lot. Let's see.
So for Pisces ascendant people, Rohitji, retrograde Venus enters Cancer on 7th of August. And here, see, Cancer is the fifth house for them, which is the house of education. And it is a very good house. Uh, Apparently, Jupiter has given a very good house to Moon, so that your career, mostly your love life and your education can be ruled by Moon. Now, when Venus enters Cancer on 7th of August, it is the time to, again, Luigi, Venus rules the third house and the eighth house. So it is the time to put extra efforts to, have yourself through education, through love, and through creativity. So there, it is a period of you getting into a lot of daydreaming. So make sure you do not get into such kind of daydream. Like in Hindi, we say khayali pulao, like some things which are not possible, but you will think that I will be doing this. No, be realistic during this time. You have to have real goals rather than just thinking of something which are not possible. Like I will go on moon, which is not possible. If you were an astronaut, you can have that kind of dream. It is just a example for you. So do not get into unrealistic goals. Make realistic goals and stick on it during this period. Later, Sun will enter into the sixth house for you. So those people who are going through or were going through lot of debt, lot of problems related to enemies, lot of problem related to health. It is the time that Sun has come here to put a light on yourself. Lot of people who are going through politics, because Mercury is a very dual nature planet. It can also create politics at your workplace. So all the people who were going through such kind of problems, workplace politics, relationship problems, as well as problems related to your mother's health, father's health. This is the time that you can see a good light here. Whenever Sun sits in the sixth house, if any problem or if any approval you're waiting from the government is going to happen during this 17th August till uh, 17th of between 7th 16th of September, it is going to happen because some government actions or government rulings will only come when Sun comes in the sixth house. Sixth house is also the house of law and order. So those people who are going into or thinking of going into law field and they have a very good placement right now of Sun and Saturn or Sun Dasha, Antar Dasha. We have to see your chart to determine more things. But if they want to start something related to law and law education, Venus in the fourth house also, the fifth house also favors, and Sun in the sixth house also favors to initiate the process. And Mercury will start moving retrograde Rohiji in Leo from 24th of August. That means in the sixth house it will get retrograde now. Mercury is the owner of the seventh house and owner of the fourth house. So Rohit, it is Maraka as well as it also gives you inner peace. But it is more Maraka than giving inner peace. So in the sixth house, all the health problem which were getting solved now, because if you will start destroying your routine and again come back to bad routine, your Mercury will start troubling you. So make sure during this period you maintain routine and do not come out of that routine so that your um, Mercury starts giving benefit results. Hopefully for Pisces ascendant also August is a very good bright month. All the government problems will solve and lot of blessings and lot of good wishes to all the Pisces ascendant people.
Lots of good wishes to all the ascendants that they achieve their dreams in the month of August. Whatever they have wishes, they come true. Thank you very much for subscribing. Thank you very much for watching this video. And please share this video with all your near and dear relatives, friends, so they can also join ACS. Thank you, Akashji, for your wonderful reading, for your research work, for your hard work. We all are thankful to you. Thank you.
Thank you so
And
much.
those who want a personal consultation from Akashji, they have this WhatsApp number or the mail ID on the screen. They can contact here or the new website. You go there and give your feedback also about website www.acastro.ca. You have all packages there, all details. Please visit the website and do a comment that how you like the website or what improvements you want in the website. You can also tell us. Thank you very much, Akashji. Thank
Thank
you
you.
all.
Thank you so
We'll meet you in next video. Till then, Jai Shri Ram. Jai
much.
Om.